back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about, like I said before, and I say it again, all things metal. But just so you guys know, I wanted to do something special, and the reason why is because I know, like a lot of people my age, and the bands that used to play back in the day, there were some bands that, or I say groups that have been around for even longer, that are really well known. That they're not so much metal, but I'm sure that he influenced quite a few of those people in the metal industry, because of the fact that I'm sure most of us grew up with him when we were kids, which is Michael Jackson. Because of the new movie about his life and about him that's coming out right now, I thought, well, why not, you know, check that out and see if there were any covers of songs of his that people have done that are kind of metal or hard rock or whatever. So I thought I'd, kind of dive into that a little bit. And yeah, I think I found a few things on there. So I will be sharing that with you guys and some of the tour dates for those actual bands that did covers of those songs. So that way you guys can see them live. I don't think they'll probably play those songs, of course, but you never know. It's hard to say. I know some bands have played Black Sabbath songs, so it's hard to say. But anyway, just so you know, here's the list of songs from covers of Michael Jackson songs. Smooth Criminal from Alien Ant Farm, which is not really quite metal. It's more of a kind of I don't know, hard rock maybe slash. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but it's really good. I will say that much. It's really awesome. The original is a narrative about a woman named Annie being attacked in her apartment. Metal Spin is the new metal staple, replaced the slick dance beats with a high energy chug that became a mosh pit anthem. So maybe it is a metal anthem. Who knows? Sorry, give me 1 second here. Top messages. I gotta make sure I get all messages so people can I can see all people's messages. Number 19 is Beat It from Rain Time. It's an anti violence anthem urging listeners to walk away from a fight. There you go. So do us all a favor. Don't, and just keep going with the fight. Try to tone it down, right? And help things de escalate, I guess. Metal Spin is an Italian melodic metal, takes the and that injects the technical shredding to an iconic riff. There you go. Give in to me by 3 Days Grace, which I don't consider quite metal, but it's original raw, edgy ballad that's about desire and sexual tension. Metal Spin is the version leans into a darker, more desperate element of the song with heavy alternative rock weight, which I don't know I've heard this one from 3 Days Grace, but it'd be kind of interesting to find out. Um, Also, number 17, They Don't Care About Us, Beast in Black. Interesting. I don't know if I've heard of them before. I might have and just didn't realize it. The original is a protest song against social injustice and government neglect. Metal Spin, they turn the marching anthem into a soaring power metal battle cry. There you go. If you like the really strong, heavy guitar riffs, probably that's the one for it for you. Um, Number 16 is Billie Jean is Hell Yeah, I think is how you say it. It's Helia. The story is about a man denying um, paternity of a child despite the woman's claims. Oh, okay. Oh, denying paternity. Okay. Is an experimental post hardcore assault that uses electronics and mimics the tension of the original. There you go. I wasn't sure what that song was about, really. I mean, I knew Billie Jean. It's not my lover. I guess that makes sense. I guess I heard the words, but I didn't know what it meant. So there you go. Bad is the name of the song from Michael Jackson originally. Nano War of Steel, a song about street smarts and asserting dominance in an urban environment. There you go. Bad. A comedic but technically brilliant metal anthem that highlights the bravo of the original. There you go. Nano War of Steel did a cover of Bad. Um, 14 is Earth Song from Fossils. The original is a power plea of environmentalism and animal rights. The metal spin is a grainy sludge influenced metal that turns the plea into a heavy crushing roar. There you go. Um, Dirty Diana from Shaman's Harvest is a tale of a persistent groupie and pitfalls of fame. Metal Spin is a soulful, heavy rock that leans into the sleazy, dark atmosphere with a massive vocal performance. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I've heard this one. I know about Dirty Diana. It's really good. Now here's another one for you. Number 12 is Black and White from Anthrax. It's a call for racial harmony and equality. The metal spin is these thrash legends keep the message but dial the energy to 11 with their signature New York stomp. There you go. Morphine, number 11, Fireball Ministry. It's originally a dark track about drug addiction and physical pain. The metal spin is a stoner rock vibes that perfectly capture the hazy, heavy, rhythmic chug of the original track. Thriller, number 10, is from Chuck Billy, which actually, the one person that I know, actually, I think toured with him. I think that's who it was. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Buck Cherry. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Chuck Billy, not Chuck Berry. Sorry. Chuck Billy from Testament is what it is, from Thriller, a theatrical homage of horror films and late night scares. The spin is the voice of metal himself adds a death growl pedigree of the ultimate horror pop hit. There you go. He is one of the voices of metal. Everybody is. Like I said, you guys are everybody. Anybody that's actually in the metal scene, I think, is the voice of metal. But, the person that we're going to interview, which I'm hoping to do here fairly soon, because I'm going to be asking. This time I'm going to be, I'm going to just straight up say, I was wanting to know if you guys would like to come and maybe interview on maybe a Zoom call or something once I get it all set up, which I haven't done that yet. But I figured, why not? I'm going to be going concert. I'm going to go live. They're kind of more techno, but it's still really good music. So I figured, why not interview some of them from the band because they've been around for a while. From Lords of Acid, I'm hoping, but we'll see. Doesn't hurt to ask. Number 9 is Speed Demon, Child Bite, a song about MJ's desire to escape the paparazzi and speed away. There you go. Speed Demon. I don't know if I've ever heard that one from Michael Jackson because certain albums later on I didn't really get into that much, so I kind of dropped off on that and got into more metal than the pop stuff. So I probably don't know that one. Metal Spin is a frantic punk metal assault that captures the chaotic paranoid energy of being hunted. There you go. A Stranger in Moscow. That's another one I didn't hear. And this is Tesseract is the name of the band. Originally is a summer ballad about loneliness and isolation during the time of public scrutiny. I'm assuming that's probably with Michael Jackson. I'm assuming. This makes some sense, especially the way some of the things happened in his life before he passed away. Metal Spin is a progressive masterpiece that uses atmosphere and complex rhythms of heightened sense of dread. Number 7 is The Way You Make Me Feel, and that is one I definitely have liked for a long time, besides Beat It and Thriller and stuff. Post Mortem is the name of the band. Originally a lighthearted, dramatic celebration of attraction, vicious death metal intensity that turns the feeling into a sonic. I'm not sure how to say that word, so I'm not going to say it. Bungalage or something, maybe bungling. The remember the time. That's another good song of his. From the Shallows is the name of the band. Number 6. Nostalgic look back at the past love. Love set in ancient Egypt. I remember that. It's really good. Deathcore brutality that replaces the R&B swing and the bone crushing breakdowns. So that's from the Shallows. Scream is number 5 from KLF. A duet of Janet Jackson venting frustration at the media. There you go. Which I definitely do remember that very much. Industrial pioneer turning to scream into a cold mechanical war cry against the system. Number four is Beat It. Senium, I think you say it. Senium. Just to make sure I did it right. The original is the classic message of avoiding and confrontation of to survive. Sorry. Metal Spin is a raw grunge metal version that strips away the 80s polish for pure, unadulterated grit. Three is They Don't Care About Us from Machine Head. I think I remember this song, but I'm not certain. I don't know if I've heard it from Machine Head, though, because I do listen to a lot of Machine Head. The original is a rhythmic protest against systematic oppression. There you go. Metal Spin, Rob Flynn delivers a groove metal stomp that amplifies the song's defiance into the riot ready system. There you go. Billie Jean from Chris Cornell. And if he sung this song, it'd be probably really good because I know Chris Cornell has got a phenomenal voice, and I just wish he was still here for us to get to know and maybe, like I said, get to know. Because like I said, that's part of my reason why I'm doing the channel. And if the one thing I want more than anything is to get at least James on here because he's part of the reason why I started my channel in the first place. One, not all, but one of the main reasons why. Part of it's because of the story about James Hetfield's life when he goes from high school to basically starting into a band, going into um, his music, and he basically didn't have much of a childhood, basically friends that he grew up with. I mean, he had probably some in high school, but he went from like very young, probably in high school, doing records. I think you're pretty close to it, all the way through after graduation or when he left high school. I'm not sure if he, I don't know if he even graduated, to be honest. But yeah, and that's part of the reason I felt kind of bad. It's like I felt like, he didn't have much of a chance to get to talk to people. And I'm sure he does to a point when he does meet and greets and stuff like that. But this, I think the platform would be a nice way for people to ask him a couple questions and hang out and chill. And yeah, it's kind of like I said, late night talk host type vibe with a little bit of a you guys talking hopefully to them, but gotta keep it down a little bit. But we'll see. We'll have to figure that out. But anyway, sorry, I kind of lost kind of off the track there. The last one is Smooth Criminal by Fire Wind, the fast-paced narrative of a home invasion. Um, Spin is Gus G brings world class neoclassical shredding to the track, making it the ultimate MJ metal tribute. There you go. So this one, I know the song, but I've never heard of Firewind stuff at all. So I'm not sure if it's heavy or more hard rock or something. But it sounds like it might be cool because it says shredding to the track. So it might be neoclassical. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have to put that on my list. I'll try to do my best to make sure that I get all these songs so that way you guys can actually click on it and listen because I know that gets a little frustrating. I've been trying to find a way of doing it to where if I have it written down that I can just import it into um, the thing so I don't have to type them all out and add them to the list because sometimes it messes up when I do it. So, you know. Anyway, now we're going to go to the tours of the bands that we've covered that did covers of Michael Jackson's songs. Machine Head is going to be on tour, which maybe I'm thinking about going. But there's also another concert that I really want to go because I want to see Upon a Burning Body is going to be out. Lords of Acid. I forgot who's playing with Machine Head. I know who it is. I just can't think of the name because somebody will probably give me a hard time for not remembering. But here you go. Slaughter. The Martyr Tour 2006, U.S. and Canada, from April to June 2006, featuring Fear Factory. There's one. Orbit Culture. That was it. Promoting the Kingdom and Crown is the name of the tour. So I definitely want to try to see that if I can. Whether I can or not, I don't know. We'll see. Beast in Black, Steel United Tour European leg, May of 2024, which is that is a little old. I don't think that's an upcoming date, so I think this is a little old. So I might have to skip over that one, but that was in the past. Anthrax is doing a 45th anniversary tour, global dates, summer 2026, supporting Testament. There you go. Promoting upcoming studio album. There you go. Tesseract, A War of Being Apart 2, Australia and Asia, June 2026, supporting novelists promoting War of Being. And that one last tour actually had both two bands on the list, which is really cool to have both. Firewind is standing United World Tour, and they're going to be in UK and Ireland, May 2026, supporting Fury, promoting Stand United. I guess that's their tour name. So there you go. I think that about covers it. I'm hoping that maybe you guys will all take the time and check out the new movie. I wasn't certain if I would like it or go there, but I've heard that apparently, from what I know, is that I forgot which relative it is, but it's one of Michael Jackson's relatives that looks exactly like Michael Jackson. I'm assuming the younger version of him. Oh, well, I thank you. I've been trying to wear different ones that I've gotten from different concerts. I've got some cooler ones than this one. I mean, this is cool. Now, the one that I wanted was a little bit cooler, I thought, than this one, but still pretty cool. This is more of a comic book vibe. Kind of reminds you of not Power Man, but I think what's his name from Marvel. I can't think of his name. It kind of reminds me of that. Um, the guy with the gauntlets. I know his name, but Thanos. Kind of a little bit to a point. I guess it kind of reminds you of that kind of vibe. And the colors are really cool. That I liked, and they had a really good. It's better than back in 2000. Um, I went to the Summer Sanitarium tour with Metallica, Korn, System of the Down for the very first time. I don't. I think they had just started off then, and of course, Powerman 5000. Did I say Kid Rock? Yeah, and yeah, Korn. Anyway, they didn't sound as good. I don't know if it's because maybe the stadium was so big that they didn't have the right equipment or right tuning or something. Because I think a lot of it does play. That does play a factor in things. Kind of like the bands that I just saw Friday. Great bands, awesome stuff. There was in this Black Sky Brewery, a little small little venue. It's really great pizza. So if you want to check it out, check it out. And by the way, just so you know, I got a new haircut from a barber called Patriot Barber. I think, yeah, I think it's here in Colorado Springs. Really great person, really great place. So if you're in the Colorado Springs region, pay her a visit, get a great haircut, and yeah, I'm not even promoting just to make money. I'm just doing it to be nice, just like you guys follow me. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it because showing support for other people always helps out the small guy, and like me, I try to hopefully support the small bands. Like I was saying before, the bands were really great. Halo of Light, and I found out the reason why they don't have any songs I didn't add on the playlist because of that is because of the fact that they swapped out singers. So they were still touring with another singer from the original, is what I found out from, I forgot his name. I know it's Dr. something or other. I forgot. I have it on the list, so you might have to look that up and to find out. Yep. Really? So it depends on the venue, probably, and the speakers and the way it's set up. So, but like I said, if they have a good sound person and they do sound checks beforehand, it should sound phenomenal. I really do believe that. And the small bands don't can't afford it. It'd be kind of nice if they had like a like Black Sky would pay a little bit for a sound person to come in and help them all out, get it all set up to make it sound really good for them. Because I think that would sell a lot more food for them and beer and alcohol. Because that's what they do. They do a microbrew, and they also do some really phenomenal pizza. I forgot what we had. We had like this. pork style pizza with some. It's like a Mexican type thing with some really good sauce in it. Oh God, it's really freaking hot, but it was really good. There you go. I think I know what you're saying. IGP. Oh, okay. I think it's a content creators. Yeah, gotcha. I think I know what you mean. That's cool. So this is the part. If you guys got any questions or you want to know anything at all, just let me know. And by the way, I did change out some of my pictures in the background. Only thing is, I wish I had it like right here and or like right here in the background, but I have doors there. Unfortunately, I can move everything over, but it's a little hard because I got stuff over here. it's you know, it's based on where I'm at. So I mean, I can angle it this way, kind of like this, because it's like here. I'll show you. Whoa! Look at that right there. All my cool pictures from a lady called was it Do I Have Groupies? How do you become one? I don't know how you become a groupie for a guy that's on YouTube. Oh, that's Kim Kawala, I think is how you pronounce it. Oh yeah, we just add him on the list. He did. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me make sure I got the right song. Where's it? Chuck Billy. I thought I had it right here I thought it was on the bottom. Maybe I don't. Maybe there wasn't a song from him. No, I did. I remember. Oh, Billie Jean. He did a cover of Billie Jean. So there you go. Let's see. Yeah, Chris Cornell. He's a phenomenal singer. I just wish he was still here. See, that would be a person that I would love to talk to in an interview and say, "Let me know more about you," because well, part of the other reason why I want to do this, and I'm trying to do this, and I'm going to tell this to the people in the bands, is that I feel that when I was growing up, and it's a little easier now because we got the internet. But I think if people, they go to see Powerman 5000, or they go see Lamb of God, or they see Sepultura, or the Violent Hour, or Lords of Acid, or whatever they're into, so Apocalyptica. But a lot of people don't know the people behind the music, the person's name, what they play, who they are as a person, what kind of personnel they have. I mean, what do they like? What do they enjoy? What colors? What's their favorite color? What kind of like animal do they have? Do they have a dog? What's the name of the dog? Or something like that, pets or whatever, or hobbies that they do outside the music industry. I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh wow, really? Before he passed away? That's crazy. Kind of reminds me of the lead singer from what Bodies Hit the Floor. I can't think of the name of the group. I know what it is, but they do have a really good singer now. It doesn't sound like the original. It kind of reminds me of like some of the other bands out there that are still touring with the same name but with a different thing. Kind of like Alyssa. She's doing Blue Medusa. So Blue Medusa is the name of the band she has made with two other ladies, which I think is brilliant because, yeah, granted, her name is good, but if she wants to continue, like, say, if she wants to like retire and still keep the band going, she could. That's part of the reason why they use a name versus a person's name. It's kind of like an artist, like Michael Jackson. Once Michael Jackson's gone, Michael Jackson's gone. You know, you can't have, if you had something like the glove or something band with that would be cool. You'd have a singer, maybe some guitarists and stuff, and still be Michael Jackson playing in it. Then that'd be a little different. Oh, wow, I just got disconnected. Anyway, yeah, so that's cool. What's that say? Cornell was in Town. Most people don't realize how many bands he was in, plus his solo stuff. There you go. See, well, yeah, he had quite a few bands. Chris Cornell's, I think he had his regular stuff. Then he had Soundgarden, and I don't remember the other ones, unfortunately. But see, They're oh okay. See, sometimes you can find stuff online, but it's kind of cool to hear it from them. I think because I'm just oh Audio Slave. There you go. There you go. I knew that. I knew the name. I just couldn't think of it the top of my head. I get kind of brain fog, not brain fog. You know what I mean? You just kind of get yeah, I know it, but I just don't remember it because there's so many different things like Pantera's side project with the brothers, um, the Abbott is it the Abbott brothers? Yeah, Dimebag and his brother Vinny. Because of certain situations, they decided to do something on their own, and I forgot. But the band sounded it sounded so good, and that's when something happened when they went on tour with that band. I know what it's called, but yeah, Gasoline. Is that the name? That's it. Damage Plan. See, I knew it. You knew it. See, that's funny is when I heard the music, I said this sounds so familiar, but I never even knew about it until just within the last couple of years. And I go, this sounds really familiar. Why does this sound so awesome, cool, and so familiar to me? And then later on, I saw the documentary about it, and I go, oh, that's why. And that was the one that got Dimebag basically when they went on tour killed, which really sucks. It really does. And that's part of the reason why I have a little bit of problem with certain people to a point. I don't know how true certain things are. It's one of those things that people say this, that, and whatever else about it. Some people think it's because of certain people that things happen. Whether it did instigate that, I don't know. So it'd be kind of interesting to hear it from his mouth himself because I think a lot of people would like that. I'm sure he's already talked about it before. I'm sure you can see interviews of it a lot, and I know he feels like I didn't want that to happen. So, yeah, but when you're on TV saying certain things, it's one of those things. Did he really feel one way or the other? I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate, because I can't speak for him. Only he can, and everybody has to be their own judge. But and some other things too, questionable things. Just like everybody else. I mean, I probably screw up sometimes really bad too. So, somebody might judge me for something later on down the road. I don't know. But anyway, who knows? So, and I'm hoping that because of that, they will forgive and hopefully look past that. You know, how old? I am 53. I just turned 53 March 1st. 73. You know, it's part of the thing on my channel. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. 45. That's pretty close. That's, you know. No, actually, I haven't. I'll have to check it out. Is it Varga? Well, at least I have my glasses. I should be able to read this fairly well, and I can actually, because I'm not doing like this. I'm doing the glass thing over here because I got bifocals and I just got some new lenses and stuff and new frames. They're not as cool as my old ones. I like my Oakley's better, but I didn't like the straight piece in the back because it would flop all the time when I was doing certain things. It was kind of annoying. At least with the curve, it kind of helps hold it. That was one of the main things I looked for. But anyway, and it changes color, so it gets dark, so that way I don't have the sun in my eyes. Then I got a pair of sunglasses too along with it, so that helps. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, oh yeah, I forgot. You want to see the self portrait of the Lords of Acid Queen now? There you go. Pretty cool. She did that herself. Solid album. There you go. All right. Out in '94, the album. Oh, okay, gotcha. Varga. I don't know if I is it called Varga from Canada or just the name Varga, but they're in Canada. Okay, that's probably the name is that. Okay, probably. I know, right? The and then if I go a little bit, well, yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, you don't want to see that because that's all. Forget it. I'll do it later. There's all kinds of stuff back there. You don't want to see that. I've been cleaning kind of, and I have a stack right there. semi-important to important papers I've got to clear out. I bought that. Well, I don't know if I'm friends, but I have talked to her before, a few times, and she knows me by name. Because she come right up to me and said, "You're Christopher, aren't you?" And I said, "Yep, I sure am." Um, anyway, it's basically the same name as her brother, which I found out through Facebook. I just, happened to see a post, and her sister, with them together. So it was kind of cool. I got to, see some of her family, which is kind of awesome because you don't always see that from different artists. Um, like James, I don't even know if he has brothers or sisters, kind of like all the other guys from Metallica or any other band, to be honest. Which would be kind of cool. That would be another question. Do you have any siblings? I mean, I'm sure they don't want to give out names because I'm sure they want them to, not to be bothered by people, which is totally understandable, especially with the nature of what they do. Because yeah, I'm sure it gets kind of hectic when people know who you are. Oh yeah, probably. Well, yes and no. It's like I don't want to say too much. Well, let's put it this way: something happened, and I'm thinking that I'm forgiven. Let's put it that way. At least I'm hoping, and I'm hoping that maybe I can, move forward and try to be a peer in her eyes when it comes to this because I'm hoping to. I want to do this. I want to go to places, interview people either live or on a Zoom call. Preferably live would be cool because I think it'd be a little more energy going. I just got to figure out the format because I want to try to do this because monetization is better this way, but I get more views this way with the vertical form, this vertical versus horizontal format, that kind of stuff. Um, and trying to do the live and still have an internet connection and have a good quality picture, yeah, it's hard saying. Oh, what got me into music? Oh God. You know what? I think one of the things, well, one, my dad for one, he always watched, listened to Beach Boys. But also there was a couple other songs when I was a kid growing up that I always like Disco Duck, go figure. Because my dad said this like my CB handle, the Disco Duck, or yeah, something like that. And also the fact that there's one song that I used to like a lot, and it was kind of crazy. They're coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho. I love that song, and there is a band and a person that actually did a cover of that song, and it was rather interesting because I didn't know that that person picked it. It was kind of crazy that was the same person that there that actually picked it, which I didn't know until she mentioned it on Vans. There was a Vans channel thing where she was streaming, talking about things that happened in her life and stuff when she was growing up. It's kind of cool. What's that? Oh my, sounds like a good story. I'm gonna have to pry out. Okay, what's that? The music or the song or oh the other story. The yeah, it's a long story. I'm trying to be good here, So I don't want to mess that up. I respect that person very much highly. If it wasn't for her, there's a lot of things I probably wouldn't be doing right now. Let's put it that way. That's how I look at it. Like I was doing drawing for a while because I've done drawing. I still do drawing, but now I'm kind of doing like drawing with AI a little bit. Most of my thumbnails are definitely AI. So, but because it's quick, um, that's the part of the reason why. But yeah, because doing this is part of the reason why. Not just for that, but for other people too. Talking to people like September morning. I forgot her name. Emily Lazar is her name. Great woman, phenomenal person. The whole group of people, even their drummer, talked to me at I forgot the name of the venue now. It's here in town. It's a small little venue, and there's Like I got to talk to the guy from Above Snakes. There, the lead singer. He was really freaking awesome. And there was a couple other people I think that I talked to there. I wish I could have talked to Spider. I think that would have been so cool. I mean, because this place, Sunshine Studios, it was so small that a lot of them were actually out there watching the band, and I actually got to talk to a couple of people that had bands from Denver, and somebody that was supporting another band that was there opening for them that night. And there was another band I got to know, but I forgot the name. And I think September was opening for them, and that's mourning as in cry, like mourning. Um, yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else, but anyway, yeah, there's some interesting stuff. So, oh yeah, Sepultura, I got to see them. I got to talk to them. Only thing is they're from Brazil, I think. So yeah, they don't speak English that well, which is kind of a bummer. Um, so it was a really kind of a short, sweet meet and greet, kind of like Lords of Acid, because somebody was trying to save her voice, which is totally understandable. Definitely want to make sure. Oh yeah, Power Man 5000. That was cool. I mean, Spider from Power Man, awesome. That'd be awesome. He did a phenomenal job. I got to see him with Mudvayne, and I got to see him in September morning open for them. Or is it Stitched Up Heart? I think it's one of those two, or maybe it was both. I think it was both. I think it was Power Man, Stitched Up Heart, and um, September Morning. But Stitched Up Heart has a new song out. So does Venom and some other groups. Um, they're all, of course, they usually do a new album, new song, new singles, and then they do basically a tour usually, typically, right? What's that? Oh yeah, Power Man 5000. Well, that's the thing is Ozfest was the reason why a lot of bands got to be as big as they are. That's what I'm hoping to do. It's not just about the concerts, but media attention. If you get media attention, if you got enough subscribers, like I've been saying before, and I appreciate every one of you guys for doing that. So if you've been here for a while or you're brand new, every little person helps. Because I think the more people are out there that know these bands, I try to do my best to get to know new bands. And if you're in Colorado, if you're someplace else with a small band and you want to get recognized, let me know. I'll try my best to do my best to do that for you. I ain't gonna make any guarantees to anybody, but just no, that's my disclaimer. So so I don't want anybody getting all upset with me. Like somebody was talking about like a clickbait thing because I didn't have songs, the playlist on there. It's like, well, yeah, but the whole point is for you to watch the video so you can actually find it for yourself. You know. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, see, mine was Metallica's for metal. Hair bands, it was like Rat, Poison, Guns N' Roses, all those bands like that. And I remember Power Man, not Power Man 5000. Power Man 5000 was one of them, but um, Biohazard was a fairly heavy one back then for me. Testament, I kind of knew of, but I didn't know that much of their music at the time. I can't think. There's so many different bands. It's like God. And then I'm finding all kinds of bands even now. Um, the ones I've never even heard of. Don't know that much. Like Rotting Christ, that was a black metal band, which is my friend says satanic. Um, and some of the Halo Light and some of the other bands. Oh, and I forgot the name of the band that was on there. They actually did a Love Love on my post of their song when I saw them live. I know their name, I just can't think of the top of my head. They're if you look at the video shorts, you'll see it. So trust me. Anyway, hello, how's it going? So it's Tom. See, even with my glasses, I still have a hard time reading that. It looks like I don't know. I can't read it, so I apologize. Chikachu. Hair bands was for me was a Dalkin. Oh, okay, yeah. Cause I remember them. Cause they were at the end of the Nightmare. Oh yeah, true. There were, the one thing is really crazy is there's also like Cinderella and all those and White Snake. White Snake was really bad. Really awesome, not bad, bad, bad. A, I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what I mean. Especially with the chick on the car. Yeah, I can't. Every teenage guy was probably into that. So you know that's just the way guys are. You know they think, oh wow, she's got a really beautiful woman on in the video. That's probably that's the reason why I did like girls from Motley Crue, of course. It's all about the ladies, right? Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, I know. Gorky Park is another one that not a lot. I don't think a lot of people heard them, but they were kind of interesting. They're kind of a Russian metal band, but they're a little bit different. They're not quite as popular as some of the other stuff out there, but they were decent. Um, that's one of the offbeat ones, that people may not have heard. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. I can't think of anything else. There's so many different ones out there. Was it Here Bands or music videos? Yeah, it was Megadeth and Metallica. Yep. Oh, yours is Megadeth then Metallica. Mine was Metallica and Megadeth. And Justice for All. My stepsister got me into it, and that's where it all went downhill from there. Basically, I am where I am right now because of my stepsister. Because of her, I'm a Marcy Penrod got me into metal music, into Metallica, into Injustice for All. She left a cassette. That was all it took. And from there on, I went from there all the way through to all these other bands. So, it was like, it wasn't like when it first came out, it was like maybe a couple years afterwards. And then the Black Album just came out. It was like maybe a year or two before that, after that, that the Black came. The most popular, remind you, popular Metallica album of all time. And the reason why is because I was listening to it. I feel that way. I really do. Honest to God. I think a lot of the best albums out there are the ones that I actually bought. Not that I like the band. It's because I bought the album. When I bought the album, they become huge. Because if I liked it enough, I hear two songs, then the whole album's got to be good. That's the way I thought. So I went and bought the album. I think a lot of other people did the same thing too. So it could be just everybody that did it. So Justice was my first to go far. Yeah. And Megadeth, that was one of my second ones. That was like in there because when I heard the one, I'm trying to remember how I heard about Megadeth. I think it might have been just on Headbangers Ball. I think it was on with Biohazard, Sepultura. KSAD was the very first album from them, and the song, and also Megadeth Countdown to Extinction, I think was one of the songs I heard. I didn't hear the earlier stuff right away, but later on I did. Peace Hells, Who's Buying, things like that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I know. See, I keep telling my son that I think Gojira is going to be, they're already that big. But when I heard their music, I thought these guys are going to be really big. They're going to be like up there with Metallica and stuff. They're going to be like the next generation of big bands, kind of like Bloody Wood. They were on YouTube. They started on YouTube. They kind of were tweaking their music a little bit. The guys that started it, and then they finally found they have the heavy vocalist, and then they have a lighter vocalist. And with the two of them together in the band, I think there's a couple more bands that are doing that. But the blending of those two with their traditional Indian music and the heavy riffs, awesome stuff. I'm telling you, it's really cool. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and I like one of my favorite albums beside uh, Roots by the Roots is Nation. And actually the newer, not the newest songs, but the last one. I can't think of the name of the album. Anyway, I can't think of it. I don't know. I know what it is. I just can't think of it. Agony of Defeat. That's one of the songs on the album. Um, I think there's like some about forests in there about protecting the forest, the people of the forest that protect the environment, so to speak, the rainforest and stuff. But anyway, see, I'm going way over my time. I was gonna do 15 minutes. I always try to do 15, but who knows? But anyway, at least you guys got something really cool to talk about. And people are going to say, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that," because you're at least the questions show up on there after I'm gone, which is kind of cool. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna be probably not this Friday, but next Friday I will not be on because I will be at a concert, and it'll be somebody really cool, really special. And that's the one I'm hoping. Maybe I might get an interview. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Depends if I'm a good boy. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and make promises about things, but who knows? We'll see. On a UK band, even the African Grey Parrot that sings from the vocals. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one. Rizbazi Machinist Dude. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Machinist Dude. And then we got Chico 8. Some of the names are really interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. I recently found a UK band that even has an African Grey parrot that sings from the vocals called Rebs. Oh, I think I know. Well, okay. There is some. I know there's one guy that has some with an African Grey parrot or a parrot. There is another metal band that has a parrot that actually sings for the band, but they're no longer around that I know of. Other than that, I don't know. Was it you guys had him there in Canada? We had Pepsi Power Hour, and that's where I seen all the my favorite metal videos. Oh, Pepsi Power Hour. That's an interesting name. Pepsi has a power hour with metal music. That's kind of interesting. Chi like Cheetos. Okay, chop like and chew ah chew ah. I think I got that right. I hope. That's interesting. Chew ah. It kind of reminds me of like some tribal music from Sepultura. Chew I don't know, or something from Star Wars or something like the Ewoks. Who knows? Chew like a sneeze. Haha. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of goofy. Anyway, I try to be goofy, but not too much. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, yeah. Let's see if I can get. See, I need to get them in frame. I need to get those guys in frame because that's really cool. I want to promote her art along with this person's art because she does phenomenal artwork. So if you have a chance, check out Pretty Girls Do Ugly Things. She's got some phenomenal art, shirts, the Violent Hour stuff, and then Kim Koala, I think is her name. I got her. Hold on, 1 second. Let me see if I can. Nope, I don't have it up there. Koala Art Design. Hold on. Koala Art and Design. So yeah, there we go. There it is. If you can see it, just so you have it. That's who did those pictures in the background. This right over here. These two. Well, this one, and then there's a skull back here. I'll show you later. But I can always take a picture of it and post it. I know, right? I think so. It's awesome. That sounds like a Pepsi Power Hour, man. That sounds like such an American idea. It probably was. Who knows, right? So yeah, if you go to koalaartanddesign.com, this one right here, check her artwork out. It's really cool. And see, this is even one of her little pieces. I think this is a little sticker that she gives you. She's got a little trinket. She's got that in her card, and she had like a little note for you and saying thank you for buying my artwork and stuff. I said it's really cool. And then I think that one in the back, it's got like a blacklight type thing on it. I believe, I think so. And you turn. I don't have a blacklight around, so I gotta get one. Maybe I can show it off. Um, it's way in the back corner. So, right, it's got like two skulls, one facing this way, one facing this way, and then an eyeball in the middle, like this. It's kind of creeping me out though with the eye, just a little bit. I like eyes, but I don't know. Well, it's way up high, so that's the reason why. Anyway, oh, And also, she also, the lady that did that and that art, actually did a design for Lamb of God. No joke. I'm not sure if I got. I'll have to wear it sometime. But the shirt is Lamb of God. It's a hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, with three different skulls on it. It's supposed to be Omicron. I think it's how you say it, Omicron. I hope I said that right. But anyway, she did that too. Only thing is, I don't think the art might have been from maybe a copycat, which I don't know for certain, unfortunately. They might have sold the design to somebody to print it up after Hot Topic. Basically, had it because she said that it was on Hot Topic, and they moved it to another site. So I don't know if that was originally or their official quote unquote seller, or people printing it up and selling it through their store for them or whatnot. I have no idea. Um, oh, and also, what was it? I can't think of it. But anyway, check out her stuff. Check out her stuff. Great ladies. They're pretty. They're both awesome people. I mean, I got to see her on a live stream doing her artwork stuff. I think she was packing up stuff, is what it was. It was really cool because she was sitting there talking, and I think she gives you little candies too. She gives you candies, a card, a sticker, and a thank you note and everything. It's really cool. She does a really good job with that. So yeah, promote her stuff. Trust me, she's awesome. She's awesome. And check this art. I mean, this is a print, and it's a numbered. She does this. She does numbered prints. So who knows? Later on down the road, these might be worth something big money later on for you or me or whoever. Just like Megadeth with a signed autographed album that I got. Yeah, nice light blue color. I'm not gonna show you that, but here, I'll show you. I got my record. Cool. Megadeth. And then I got the Slipknot album. There you go. Boom, boom. The 25th anniversary edition. Yeah, I forgot. There's a couple remixes on here, demos and alternative mixes on the back. So yeah, check those out. Pretty cool. Side A, side B. I'm sure some people have seen that before. But yeah, and this one. And the thing is, I don't know if you guys like that, but the bonus track for Ride the Lightning is pretty awesome on this. I like the back of it. I kind of like the idea of this being like this, and then you see the back of Jack. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so there you go. Anyway, and Power Man, all of them all at once. But anyway, I'll shut up now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe. What's that? Return of the Jedi Empire Strikes Back. What about it? Oh, okay. I screenshot the card. I'm going to check it out right after. Oh, okay. Return of the Jedi Empire Strikes Back. Oh, I don't know. Return of the Jedi, I think. Yeah. Well, Empire Strikes Back was cool just because of the snow, but I think I like the Princess Leia thing, if you know what I mean, and the Return of the Jedi. Um, but there's some women that I think pulled off better than she did, but still pretty awesome. Yep, I definitely love the car. Yep. Okay, see, I knew you'd like that one. I knew you'd like that one. Yep, it's one of those. Yeah, I like the certain scenes in the movie. We all did as boys. I mean, come on. I think even some of the girls are kind of like that because they all wear the outfit too. For God's sakes. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, you get some guys' attention with a really cool outfit like that. And I know somebody personally. I ain't gonna mention names, that actually likes it so much that she actually had somebody make her an authentic costume that looks just like it. It's pretty awesome. And I never have bought the picture. I don't know why I haven't. I should. Because she did the Princess Leia and the other one, Slave Leia kind of looking thing. Good. It's awesome picture. Awesome picture. I should have that up there, right? Guys are, yeah, see, that's the thing is, this guys, this, when we were kids, we were kind of all into that, kind of like Lena Ford and Samantha Fox, and gosh, all the really very attractive women back then. Lena Ford was really awesome, especially with Ozzy Osbourne, definitely awesome. With I Close My Eyes Forever, and they play those songs in the grocery store now, which is crazy, right? I finally heard Lena Ford and Ozzy playing in the grocery store. Go figure, right? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and I forgot who else. There's somebody else that's a woman, a female artist. There's I think it's Warlock or something. I forgot. Somebody else told me, but I can't remember her name. I don't know. But anyway, I'll shut up now. I'm gonna shut up now. I gotta go. I should do that. Close your eyes forever. Close your eyes forever. Do 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 do. If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain unchanged? I'm not that good. I'm good, but not that good. Oh, Cat. Cat Von D? No. Or is it Cat somebody else? Oh, I know. There's another lady. I can't remember her name. I know it. And it's somebody that I know loves her a lot. And I can't remember. I know her name. Um, Jonah Jett. There you go. Jonah Jett. She was awesome. Great guitarist. Oh, Warlock. Warlock is another good one. She's awesome. Anyway, I'll shut up. If you guys want to talk a little more, that's fine. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I have a great weekend. Hope to catch you again soon in to Chico. Okay. To your two Chico. My two Chico. My face is getting red too. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of those who show up. If you're in a band, if you're a small band, if you're an individual artist that's starting a band or something like that, let me know. I will do my best to try to get you guys at least some, just mention your name on here at least would help. I'm sure once you get to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, millions of subscribers, that would be awesome, right? I think that'd be cool, right? Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow night. And then later on next Friday, I'm going to be busy, so I probably won't be here. So I will see you whenever. Probably Sunday of next, Saturday of next week, probably. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night. Ew.